Get this. Get this. I want y'all to hear this. This is so. I mean, I would laugh if it wasn't so. I mean, it's too ridiculous to even laugh at. Commuters in Berlin, Germany, are being encouraged not to wear deodorant in order to force people to wear face masks. Can you believe that? And this is a true story. This is not fiction. This is none of that. Berlin commuters are told, do not wear deodorant. Do not keep your armpits clean so that you can force your fellow passengers to wear coronavirus face masks on public transit. Now, let me read this article for you. With face coverings mandatory on public transit in Germany to prevent the spread of COVID-19, one provider in the capital has taken the unusual approach of telling customers to unleash their natural body odor. The BVG created the humorous safety notice in the hope that customers will be so overpowered by the smell of others that they will reach for their masks to protect themselves. Here's the problem with that, though. You know, when you wear these masks, they don't protect you from smells. You know that, right? You know, these masks don't protect you from stuff, especially those blue disposable masks that they give you when you go into a store or you're at work, or they don't protect you from smells. And if you can smell something, you're not going to be safe from coronavirus. Those masks are useless. But let me continue with this and then I'll give my say on it. BVG, which is responsible for the city's U-Bahn underground railway, tram, and bus services, shared the post along with a caption, "You leave us no other choice." The campaign banning the use of deodorant read, "Because so many people think they can wear the mask under their noses, we are now getting tough. So now do you still want to have your nose out?" You know, many people, when they wear the mask, they want to wear it so they can breathe, which is perfectly reasonable, 100%. And now these people are trying to manipulate them into wearing masks by smelling bad. Well, you know, let me tell you this. Let me just read to you what happens if you don't keep clean, if you start smelling bad, if you don't keep your body clean, which, by the way, being clean is one of the things that will protect you from coronavirus in the first place. I think this is being done deliberately. And let me just tell you right away, there is no way on earth that I will be wearing any mask at all. No way, no how. I'm not going to do it. This is where I draw the line. Okay? This is where I draw the line. 100%. I will not be wearing a mask anywhere. You can lock me up. You can kill me. You can do whatever you can. I am not wearing a mask, and that's all there is to it. And I will physically fight anyone who tries to force me to. Even police officers. You can tase me. You can kill me. This is it. Patriots, this could be the time when your commander-in-chief actually goes to jail. I may have to go to jail. I'm not doing it. I will not. In fact, here's what I'll do. When I'm lined up to go to the store, I actually have this mask that is, I have masks which I've cut. I've cut the mask, the inner part of the mask, so I can actually breathe. So the inner part is completely cut off. Only the outer part. So really it's just a cloth that I have on so I can breathe. Okay? And it has a very provocative message on it. I have a couple of them that have very provocative messages on them. One says, "This mask is as useless as our politicians." The other one says, "Trump 2020, make liberals cry again." And I'm not a Republican, I'm not a conservative, I'm an independent, but I know that that would offend a lot of the Karens out there and a lot of the people who are into this totalitarian mask nonsense. That would offend them. It would offend them, very much offend them. I also have one that says Infowars.com. Another one that would offend the people out there who are into this mask culture. I cut the inside of it, and it's basically just paper almost. But I'm not even gonna wear that. I'll wear it when I'm in the line. When I get into the store, I take it off. You try to, if some little boy employee, some little Nicholas out there, or some little Ian or some Chad, oh, hey dude, you gotta wear, or some Brittany or something working at Walmart, you come here and tell me, I tell you to go to hell. I'll tell you to go to hell. I'll tell you to go F yourself. Same thing if I'm on the subway. Thankfully, I've gotten my own car now, so I don't really ride on public transport anymore. But if I do, if I don't feel like driving downtown, I'll tell you to go to hell. I'll wear it at the entrance, and then I take it off when I'm in there. So it makes it even harder for you to stop me. You'll have to physically take me out, and it's very hard to. You see, this is one of the benefits of being a big dude. Which one person is gonna be able to physically take me out somewhere? So that means you're gonna have to call police. You're gonna have to have everything delayed. You're gonna have everything stopped, and even the police, I'll fight them. They'll have to tase me. I mean it. I swear, I will go to jail. I will go to jail. This is where I draw the line. You've got all these communities now, and trying to force masks on us. I'm not gonna do it. Kiss my ass. And all of you people who think that I should be wearing a mask, you can kiss my ass too. Karen can kiss inside my bumhole. Karen can lick inside of my bumhole, clean it clean and nice with her tongue. And by the way, for those of you who don't know what a Karen is one of those women who is extremely nosy, who likes to start conflicts with people out there in public, who's always wanting to speak to the manager. She's the one who's most likely going to say, "That person's not wearing a mask! You need to wear a mask!" Usually a white, blonde, middle-aged woman, but black women can also be Karens too, Don't get that mixed up. In fact, the black Karens are some of the most ghetto, foo-foo jigaboos out there. They like to pretend like they're proud to be black and they live in white neighborhoods. But anyway, let me not get too off topic here. I'm not wearing a mask. And this thing about Berlin subways, I'm actually hearing that it's actually compulsory. Don't wear deodorant. They actually want people not to wear deodorant. Well, you know what you're doing when you don't wear deodorant? You're putting your body at risk. Our bodies are crawling with bacteria all the time. All the time, bacteria, and it's not always bad bacteria, but still, after a few minutes of not washing, not taking care of your skin, you can suffer from dermatitis. You can suffer, the grime that just builds up. You can literally have your skin get eaten alive. Not washing is going to make your body much more attractive for bacteria to live and grow. And that has a number of different illnesses associated with it that are much worse than coronavirus. Your hair, your body could quickly become infested with lice, which will begin living in your clothes, in your bed linen. You'll have little critters crawling up and down those moist little areas, up in your armpits and your groin, and feed on your blood. And by the way, that's the physical problem. The emotional ramifications for that is, if you're a guy who usually has trouble with the ladies, no lady's gonna want you. When you have a bunch of diseased animals crawling up and down your skin, your skin has discoloration, and then you become even more depressed. You don't have a woman, you don't have a girlfriend, you're not taken care of, and then you might want to kill yourself. That is what these people are wanting in Berlin. And I mean, many of this has deadly consequences. Let me read the medical newspaper on what happens if you don't take care of your body. Wearing deodorant, cleaning your body. Some really serious health complications can arise if you don't scrub up every so often, if you don't take care of yourself with deodorant and all that stuff. While your skin is a great barrier against dangerous pathogens, just dying to get inside of your body, if your skin is filthy, you might end up letting them in anyway. You're going to itch and scratch if you don't wash. And when you break your skin, the door is open for lethal germs to make a new home. So how long could you last? There you have it. A glimpse into the. Let's say you have I can't pronounce this word. Staphylococcus, whatever, hanging around on your skin. It's a pretty common type of bacteria that doesn't do much harm on top of your skin. But if it gets inside of your body, though, a cut, it's a different story. Boils filled up with pus can rise up. The contagious and fast-spreading skin infection, impetigo, could take a hold. And you could even contract life-threatening pneumonia or meningitis. So, patriots, you can literally die doing what these Berlin commuter executives are telling you to do, and I believe they're forcing you to do. And I mean, this whole coronavirus thing is it looks like it's going to go on for the rest of the year, and maybe even into 2021. That's what these people want. These globalists want control. They want power back. They recognize that the people are taking their power back, and they want it back from them. So they're going to use this thing and keep prolonging it. They want this thing to go on and on and on. They love it when the coronavirus numbers go up. They love it. They don't want people's freedoms to go back. Yeah, you can, if you're going out and you're joining a Black Lives Matter protest, and by the way, the Black Lives Matter movement has nothing to do with black people. It's all run by Zionists, it's all run by white folk, it's all run by George Soros, liberal white folk. Most of the people who are in Black Lives Matter are white people who don't know a damn thing about black lives. They just have a black fetish. If you're out there joining Black Lives Matter, tearing up the streets and all that stuff, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing, COVID-19 won't get you there. But if you're out there enjoying yourself on the beach, if you're at a Trump rally, if you're at a freedom rally, if you're doing something that is fun and that is free, you're going to catch coronavirus. And if you're doing it, we'll let you do it just to make it seem like we're giving you your freedom back. But you're going to wear a mask. And in many of these cases, it better be a mask that we give you. We don't trust the mask that you have. No, I've been to stores where they actually tell you, no, we don't want you to wear your own mask. They're not even letting us do that anymore. It better be one of those blue disposable masks made in China. In China! You've got video of Chinese workers making these masks and rubbing it all over themselves just to spite us, but you better wear it anyway. And if you don't, it's a crime now. Well, I'm not wearing it. And you can stink up your body all you want, you dirty Germans in Berlin. And I don't think, Germans are very smart people, actually. Germany is one of the smartest, and I actually admire Germans. They're not going to not wear deodorant. You must be out of your mind. Even in Berlin, which I hear is a very liberal city, they're not going to do that. They're not going to, at least I hope they're not going to do that. I mean, I can tell you for a fact, I've got many people who are from Germany, not from Berlin, but from Bavaria, from those kind of places. They're not going to do things like that. But Berlin, I'm not so sure. I hear it's a very liberal town. But, I mean, Germans are very smart people. Germans are very smart people. I don't think they're going to... This isn't like we're talking about Canadians, Torontonians, Montreal. This isn't... if Justin the Tacky and Matt Daddy Trudeau came out and said, Canucks, We need to teach these non-mask wearing people a lesson. Don't wear deodorant. Okay, we won't wear no more deodorant. This isn't San Francisco. They would the same thing, But Germans are very smart. Germans, they built cars. Listen, Germany almost took over the world. Germany literally took on the whole world. And Germany took on the whole of Europe. Germany took on, and that's not a good thing. It's an evil thing. But, these Germans aren't going to listen to some stinking, stupid leftist executive who runs some publicly owned public transit telling them don't wear deodorant. You not wearing deodorant, you not taking care of your body, you not cleaning your body just so you can force people to wear a mask. That is what is going to give you coronavirus. Not taking care of your body is what's going to give you coronavirus. And you know something? I think that's exactly what they want. They want people to go on the public transit, which, listen, in Europe, public transit is more widely used than vehicles because the public transit is so good over there. It's like you can literally take a bus from downtown Berlin at 3 o'clock in the morning to your bedroom. I know I'm being a little facetious, but that's how good it is. And people in North America, the greenies out there, the green people, they'll come out and say, oh, why don't Canadians and Americans use public transit like the Europeans? Fool, it's because the public transit here isn't as good as the Europeans. Even here in Canada, it's no good. The GO, you've got tons of GO train track. The GO is a train system in the Greater Toronto area. And half of the GO isn't even usable. You've got train tracks, you've got GO train stops in the northern suburbs of Toronto, and it's very rare for you to be able to get a GO train up in the northern suburbs. And last I checked, it's the northern suburbs that are the most populous out of all these suburbs in the outskirts of Toronto. If you want to know where most of the people are living, in the outskirts, because most people live on the outskirts of Toronto. Like most major cities. Most of them don't live in the eastern suburbs where I am. Pickering, Ajax, Whitby, Oshawa, where I am. Most of them don't live at the suburbs that most people live in the outskirts of Toronto are the northern suburbs, the York region, Markham, Richmond Hill, Vaughan. Those places are full of traffic. It's like China, there's so much traffic. I shouldn't say that. That might be construed as racist because most of the people who live in the northern suburbs are Chinese. But anyway, it's okay. And the second most populous is Mississauga. So, Mississauga, where our friend and brother Kevin J. Johnston is from. But you go to Markham, and the public transit is no good. Richmond Hill, and it's $4 on top of that. So you're paying $4, which I think is the most expensive public transit in all of North America. $4 to be driving around in Markham for crappy service. You can't even get a proper GO train to go up there. The GO train, I think it only goes up there in the mornings. So that's why we don't use public transit so much in North America, because it's no damn good. But you've got more people in Europe use the public transit. They don't really use a lot of cars. They do use it when they're not in the cities. If you're in some village, they'll use cars. Small towns, but Berlin, Hamburg, Stuttgart, those kind of places, it's trains, it's buses, it's streetcars. So you're going to have all these Germans not wearing deodorant for God knows how long, just to make a point, just to show that we are powerful. How dare you disobey us? I want it my way, my way, my way. Angela Merkel, Emmanuel Macron, Justin Trudeau, we're not getting our way. Even Doug Ford, who's become a traitor, he's a traitor now. I'll never support him again. They're not wearing their masks. We're not getting our way. Well, fine. You just don't wear deodorant. That will force them to not wear masks, and we'll finally get our way. Yay! So we're gonna not wear deodorant. We're not gonna clean our bodies just so you can make a point, right? Okay. Well, what will happen is the coronavirus numbers will go up and up and up because people aren't taking care of themselves. And you know what? That's what they want. They want the numbers to continue rising. They hate it when the numbers go down. In fact, have you noticed, when the numbers go down, the media always try to make an excuse as to why don't trust these numbers. But when the numbers go slightly up, you can literally, watch CNN, watch BBC, watch CBC, CTV, watch these people. It's like when the numbers go up, it's like they're getting an orgasm. It's like, the numbers are up! Yay! The numbers are up! We get our power back! When the numbers are down, well, the numbers are down, yes, but, and then they try and dig up some scientist somewhere that nobody's ever heard of, or some expert that nobody's ever heard of, or dig him up somewhere, some expert. The experts say, and there probably ain't even no experts saying anything. The experts say that the numbers are down, but you still better be afraid. You still better be compliant. You still better do what we say. We don't want to lose our power now. No, we don't want to lose our power now. So now, they've come up with this new thing in Berlin to get everybody as dirty and as smelly as possible just to make a point. So you can wear your mask. Well, the numbers will go up. The German people will get coronavirus. And you know what? Angela Merkel and all those Europeans out there, they'll be happy. I'm not wearing a mask. And I urge you not to wear a mask either. From Germany to Guyana, from Canada to Colombia, from the United States to Russia, England, France, South Africa, Brazil, Mexico, England, everywhere. Do not wear masks if you don't want to. Do not let them bully you into wearing a mask. This is where I draw the line. The cops condone them corrupt police officers who didn't arrest Justin Trudeau when he broke his own rules and he went out of quarantine and he was out not social distancing. When they didn't arrest him when he was breaking his own rules, and they're going to come now arrest me because I'm not wearing a silly, useless mask. Come get me. I'll be ready for you. I'm ready to fight police officers now. I don't stand with police at this time. You're not going to hear me saying any Blue Lives Matter because the police are going to be compliant with them, with the government, and trying to abuse us into submission. And I'm not saying individual police. The police, especially Canadian police officers, are very honorable people, very friendly people, especially Canadian. But the system, which is working for the deep state, no. You can come arrest me all you want, give me all the tickets you want. I'm not doing it. This is the Arana Nation, the Arana Mask Free Nation!